Hello everyone, what's going on, and welcome back to another edition of Flick News, the show here on Flick Direct, where I give you guys the latest that happened in entertainment news throughout the week, and then I give you all my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and this week, guys, we're going to concentrate on one particular thing, along with two other big stories that happened, but the biggest thing that happened this week, as y'all can imagine, are not only writers going on strike, as you guys know, the WGA, but another union that joined them in their strike was the SAG union, the Screen Actors Guild. And this is particularly big for one big reason. With no actors filming on set anymore, productions have been shut down entirely. And just to name a few of the films that paused production, one of them being Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, which will be delayed, absolutely. Another film that was delayed was Venom 3, but possibly one of the biggest films that will be coming out next year is Deadpool 3. From what I have been hearing, the primary reason as to why actors are striking is because apparently studios have tried to make a deal where an actor, whether it's a background actor, an extra, the same thing, or just actors in general, are being scanned digitally, specifically for whether it's a day of work. While this particular actor might get paid for a day's work, it is not only for just that one day of work, they get no residuals if their likeness is used ever again, but worst of all, they will need to see them for work ever again, most likely. This is a huge slap in the face, not only people that are trying to make ends meet, because getting into Hollywood has only gotten harder and harder and harder these days, and knowing that studios essentially want AI to take over, not just for screenwriting, but also for acting in general. It is just seriously a big slap in the face to any actor that's currently out there right now, working their butt off to give us some entertainment on the big screen, whether it's on the big screen, the small screen. It just seems like an absolute insult, and I hope that whatever studio is doing this, sort of producer is doing this, I'm just hoping that they're giving not only an actor their fair share of pay, but also good living wages. Any executive out there that's saying this, I guarantee if you took about maybe 5%, maybe even 10% of your earnings and use that earning to pay actors, I guarantee you'd be helping them so much out. But the fact that somebody can't spend, I don't know, maybe 5% of their $400 million annual earnings to help out an actor that's barely scraping by is an absolute disgrace. I just want good working conditions and people to be paid fairly. That's all I'm asking out of this. Let's talk about TV news for our next topic, but specifically the Emmy nominations. Now, normally I wouldn't be talking about TV related news because I don't watch much TV. However, in the last year at least, I did watch a lot of TV, and the Emmy nominations were announced. And let me say right now, I am pretty happy for what I saw. Like, for example, in terms of TV dramas, this made me so happy. Like, for example, Andor was nominated, Better Call Saul was nominated, not to mention House the Dragon. This year's Last of Us was nominated, which made me very, very happy. And in terms of comedy, Barry was nominated. I believe I saw The Bear was nominated. Let me check to see if there was a particular show that was nominated. If not, I might be very, very upset. It was nominated. Peacemaker got snubbed. How do you snub Peacemaker? Also, Succession got nominated, to which I need to catch up because I've been hearing the finale for Succession was absolutely phenomenal. But just congratulations to everything that was nominated. I am bummed that Peacemaker got snubbed. I am bummed that The Boys got snubbed as well. But regardless to you guys, the shows that did get nominated, congratulations. I am praying that either The Last of Us, or I would say Succession, or probably House the Dragon. If Andor gets a lot of love, I'll be very happy. But congratulations to those particular shows for getting nominated, and just congrats to everyone. Give it to The Last of Us. Enough said. It's time to talk about trailers, but one specifically, Napoleon, that trailer came out, it looks absolutely terrific. There was a new trailer for Dune Part 2, which Dune Part 2 looks amazing, but there was one bigger trailer that caught my eye, and that's the first trailer for Wonka, and that's the prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which is one of my favorite films of all time. For those of you that don't know the concept for this film, it's essentially Timothy Chalamet, Austin. For God's sakes, I was trying to get his name right. My apologies, Timothy. You're a wonderful actor. Concept of this film is essentially how Willy became, Wonka. It looks like how he met the Oompa Loompas, got his chocolate factory, started up and running, and this trailer looks really, really good. And I was very skeptical because here is the thing, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is one of my favorite movies of all time at the 4K down here. How Timothy Chalamet will be doing the role of Willy Wonka, and everything that I've been seeing so far looks like he is doing, at least in my eyes, a tribute to Gene Wilder, which I think is the best way to go about it. I am loving the musical numbers that I'm seeing so far. It looks very, very funny. The colors are great. Timothy Chalamet looks like he's going to do a great job. It just looks like a great time for the movies, and I can't wait to see how Timothy Chalamet does and his portrayal of Willy Wonka. Very excited for this movie. That's going to wrap it up for this week's show. Please comment on us below starting off. How do you guys feel about not only the WGA on strike, but also the Screen Actors Guild on strike? Do you think that a deal will come very, very soon, or do you think it's going to last even longer? Also, how do you guys feel about the Emmy nominations? What show do you want to win when it comes to comedy and drama? And also, finally, when it comes to the first trailer for Wonka, what do you guys think about the trailer? Let us know below. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest new show goes live. If you guys want to see for previous 2 new shows, please click it right there or right there. And of course, the next new show goes live. We'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week, guys. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for whenever reviews, interviews, and news go live.